With over 17 years of experience, Jane Santangelo has helped medical and aesthetic practices integrate holistic, evidence based wellness solutions. As a former managing partner of Integrative Wellness Associates in New Jersey, she led a multidisciplinary team of healthcare professionals dedicated to comprehensive patient care. Today, as a Nutrometrics consultant, Jane guides medical spas and integrated practices in creating personalized wellness programs that enhance patient outcomes, strengthen practice growth, and promote long-term vitality through education, lifestyle strategies, and advanced nutraceutical support. In simple terms, okay, so hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just talk and I'll cut this out. I usually introduce myself and I totally forgot to do that. So let me introduce myself and then I'll
And then
pause
start
and
again.
then
That's fine.
I'll welcome you and I can cut it and paste it.
Okay.
Welcome to Glow Up and Get Real. I'm the sweet-faced injector, and today we have Jane Santangelo. Okay, so I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to say, welcome, Jane. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Amy. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming on. I'm really excited to talk to you today about wellness and nutraceutical support. I know you're an expert on it, so let's get to the questions.
All
Um,
right.
In simple terms, how is the gut connected to skin health? What mechanisms matter most, like inflammation, microbiome, barrier function? No, this is a topic we talk about a lot.
Yes, it is a topic that has come up and it's a growing topic. So as it relates to skin, our gut and skin talk to each other all the time. So when the gut is balanced and healthy, the skin looks calm and glowing. But when the gut becomes irritated or inflamed, that same inflammation can show up on the skin as redness, dryness, acne. Think of the gut as your body's control center for balance. It's actually where most of our immune system lives and where beneficial bacteria can help regulate that inflammation process that protects your barrier and helps. Sorry, let me say that again. So think of the gut as the body's control center for balance. It's actually where most of our immune system lives and where beneficial bacteria help regulate that inflammation process and that protects the gut. So that translates into our skin. So if we support a healthy gut microbiome and keeping that gut barrier strong, we're going to reduce when it comes to skin and overall wellness. All three, inflammation, microbiome, and the barrier function, are connected, but the microbiome is actually the root.
Okay. So, what skin concerns are most likely linked to gut imbalance?
So you'll see adult acne. You will see acne in young women just coming of age, and they will have breakouts. So the most common concerns that may be linked to gut imbalances include acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, things like that, general dullness or reactivity of the skin.
Okay. So, what would you say the biggest misconception about detoxing the gut and clear skin? How do they relate?
So true detox is about giving your body what it needs every day to clear waste naturally and efficiently and educating ourselves on just simple food principles. It's about eating better. And I know that has come into light so much more recently, but it really is important to educate ourselves on what we are putting in our bodies, what we're putting in the bodies of our children, learning to read labels, learning what are good fats, what are healthy fats, because all of those lead up to how your body is going to be able to detox. So there are, and you don't really need to start off immediately with a harsh detox, although there's intermittent fasting that can do a lot for a person, but that's not where one person actually starts. It comes from food. A lot of people think that detox means doing something very harsh, and that's not really the case. It happens through everyday habits, staying hydrated, getting enough fiber, supporting the gut and liver with the right nutrients can make a huge difference. Electrolyte imbalances or balancing your electrolyte, that plays a critical role in detoxification. It's one of those underappreciated factors that determine how efficiently the body can actually mobilize neutralize and eliminate toxins. So detoxification depends on your cellular energy and fluid movement. Every phase of detox, from the liver to our kidneys, depend on proper balance of sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and chloride. All those things in the proper ratio will help maintain that electrical charge. And these are the products that Nutrometrics, in that Nutrometrics line, that can support electrolyte intake.
So, what red flags suggest a gut skin connection?
I'm sorry, can you repeat
What
that?
red what red flags suggest a gut skin connection? What have you seen?
Yeah, so there are
Very curious.
several red flags that can point to a gut skin connection. Some of the most common include bloating, constipation, food reaction, frequent antibiotic use, if you've had a history of long antibiotic use, sugar craving, skin flares that seem to be linked to stress or meals. So when the gut is out of balance, it often shows up as changes in digestion or elimination. And over time, that imbalance can influence the skin. So if someone notices that their skin is breaking out, after, especially after eating certain foods or flaring up during times of stress, that's often a signal that inflammation is being triggered from the inside. A healthy gut helps regulate that immune response, our hormones, and detoxification, all of which show up on the skin surface. So when we see these red flags, it's a sign to look deeper at what's going on in the digestive system, not just what's being applied topically.
Mhm.
They go hand in hand.
Okay. So, how do you assess where to start? Symptoms, diet, history, labs?
Yeah, all of that. So it depends if I'm just having a conversation. I mean, and you know, as a Medi Spa, I really like to commend uh, Sweet Spot, because you were really right on target with the gut skin connection and healthy lifestyle. So it depends on how deep a spa wants to get involved in questionnaires, but we have some very simple questionnaires. Sometimes it just starts with a simple conversation with the client, especially if you see topically that their skin looks unhealthy or looks inflamed. You can actually start a conversation. We have questionnaires that address what their diet is and what their main issues are with their skin, maybe possibly breakouts and things like that.
Okay. So, you've brought up Nutrometrics. Tell us what Nutrometrics is and why you use this as a delivery for gut health.
Yes, okay. So Nutrometrics is a medical division of an overall company called Market America. And they have created a division for licensed health practitioners. And what they do, because their lines are science-based, the delivery system and the cofactors, those are things that are added to formulations that help strengthen other parts of the main part of the formula. Because they are science-based, we've got a very strong science team behind Nutrometrics, and they have created not divisions, but they have created programs and information for medical practices, holistic practices, medi-spas to utilize to just facilitate the, and in your case, beauty from the inside out, or a more holistic approach. We have a program that teaches about healthy lifestyle, learning about reading labels and learning about good fats and bad fats and eating an inflammatory diet, so to speak. So that will reflect in every aspect of your health when you learn how to eat healthy. And there is life after bad food. You can find delicious things and you can alter recipes where things can become truly delicious and also be very healthy for you.
Okay. So, can you walk us through a core Nutrometrics gut skin stack and the why behind each product?
Sure. Okay, so now let me talk a little bit about prefacing this with your body tells you what it needs. We have some very basic starting points that a person can use. Like, for instance, you can start simply with taking a digestive enzyme in the morning on a completely empty stomach. What that does is it acts like a little, like Pac-Man, the digestive enzymes. And this formula is mixed not only with digestive enzymes, but probiotics and prebiotics. And that will, again, as I said, act like a little Pac-Man, clearing the way of any undigested food, anything that's kind of like a residual left over. And that's a great starting point. Is that going to be a cure-all? For some people, it does amazing things. But as I said, when we're dealing with natural health, your body is going to tell you, and that may be a component part that starts the ball rolling. Then we follow that up with aloe vera. What does aloe vera do? We have an aloe vera juice that has been created and approved by the aloe vera, um, the powers that be in the industry for aloe vera. And what that does is it soothes, supports the gut lining. It promotes healthy elimination. Like burn victims, they're actually applying aloe vera many times to topically to burn victims because of its healing characteristics. So the healthy elimination, and it strengthens the gut barrier by ingesting it, and then starting with a good probiotic. Our probiotic, and again, I cannot really speak enough about the thought process that the parent company has gone into as it relates to the products and the formulation. So we have what's called Probiotic 10. I'll give you an example of that. It delivers 10 clinically supportive strains of good bacteria protected by 2 patented systems. Many times when you take a probiotic and it hits the gut, not the gut barrier, it hits I'm having a brain fog for a minute. When it hits the
gastric acid.
gastric acids.
Yeah.
I don't know where I went. The probiotics actually get destroyed. Mm-hmm. So they have a patented formula that passes that and keeps them intact. And then it actually just releases little by little through a gradual release for maximum colonization. So that's really, really important. Mm-hmm. We have also some advanced digestive supports, but that's a good starting point. And then we have other things that can also help the gut support and digestive areas.
Mm-hmm. So you just named my 2 favorite products. Since I was diagnosed with diverticulitis about 3 years ago, I was in the hospital and I was having symptoms every couple months, and I was almost to the point of having to need surgery. I started the aloe. That really helped calm my internal gastric lining down. I could just tell I just felt a lot better doing the aloe every day. And then I also started the digestive enzymes with the probiotic, and I haven't been sick in it's been 1.5 years now, which is crazy because I was almost on the verge of having surgery. So I believe in that wholeheartedly. I think it's just a game changer and I can't live without it. I know. And so I take it every day and it's just made a huge difference in my life. So thank you for introducing that to me.
You're welcome. And yes, it's very important to try different things and keep that gut biome healthy, because everything else, your immune system, everything leads out from that area. And I'm so glad you got that result. And it's pretty typical for this line of products of seeing that kind of result.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a older package. So the digestive enzymes, comes in to-go packs. So it's really easy to take with you. And I had an older packet that I hadn't used in a while, and it was blown up. Like it had gas inside it. And so that right there is proof that those probiotics, they are live strain. They're really a good product. And so that was just proof right there that Nutrometrics has really high products that are excellent.
Yeah, I mean, even when nobody is looking, that's the thing that I like to say about that team, is that even when nobody's looking, they're doing the right thing. And the more you learn, the more you look at their formulations, and you can find that they are really, they use many trademarked ingredients. Those are things that we use in clinical studies.
Yeah. So with digestive support, when do you use enzymes? Who should not? Or is it for everyone?
So yeah, who should not use enzymes is someone that has any gastric ulcers, things like that. Any sort of severe gastro. Hang on one second. I want to find where that is. I'm pretty sure I put that in here. Uh, hmm, just put us on hold and let's see. Hang on, I'll find it here. I know ulcers is one. Let's see. Okay, so who should not use digestive enzymes? People that have gastric issues, severe gastritis, those are active ulcers. Those are people that should not use that product. If people have allergies to the source ingredients, we can leave that out. So people taking blood thinning medications, enzymes, let me see, combined with coagulants like warfarin, which could increase bleeding risk. That I didn't know. I've never heard that before. So, but there's a whole list of things here. So I would say anyone that has gastric, severe gastric or gastritis or ulcers should not use
Okay.
digestive enzymes.
Okay. All right. And do you know the pathophysiology of that? Why they can't use the enzymes?
Let's
I'm trying to figure out why that would be, but
Yes, so some enzyme blends are derived from fungal bacteria or animal
oh,
sources.
okay.
I mean, I don't know if these
That makes
are
sense.
though. So anyone with a known allergy to those should choose plant-based or vegan enzyme formulas. People taking blood thinning medications with enzymes with proteolytic activity like
Okay.
bromelain or papain have mild blood. See, that's not what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Let's see,
All right.
those cystic fibrosis, already used prescription pain. This is giving me very, very thorough. Let's see, can you look at our formula for digestive enzymes?
That's okay. We can move on.
Yeah, sorry.
And that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so my next question is how do you introduce fiber and prebiotics without bloating? So prebiotics is different than probiotics, and I've learned that the hard way because probiotics are like the live bacteria, but the prebiotics are like onion and garlic, those superfoods they talk about. But some people are allergic to those superfoods, like I am. I can't do garlic. So, how do you introduce them without the bloating? Because a lot of people can have those symptoms.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting the right question. Asking because let's see. So you're okay with because this digestive enzymes have prebiotics and probiotics in there.
Are you sure? Because I looked and I didn't see the prebiotic in there.
Okay, what am I thinking of then?
I don't know. I'll have to look again, but I made sure, I thought I made sure they didn't have prebiotic. It was just probiotic. Now, maybe the fiber has prebiotic in it. Would that the
Oh, maybe it's a fiber that has the prebiotic in it.
Mhm.
Have you tried the fiber?
No.
You have
Well,
not.
I've done the cleanse, and
Oh,
that's probably part of it.
yes, it is. So that's a week of that.
I did that a
Okay.
while ago, um, probably about 2 years ago.
Okay. So then it does have that, but I guess maybe it might be what it's derived from. So I
Mhm.
think, what it's saying here is that if it's derived from a certain things that you may get a reaction to it.
Like
Those,
chicory root, I cannot do chicory root. It makes me very sick. And
hmm.
I and a lot of fiber, high protein drinks and foods like at the gym they sell has chicory root in it. I know you can get oatmeal with chicory root in it just so you can have added 20 grams of protein and that fiber. So, well, I'll have to look into that, but that's interesting. So
Yeah,
what's
because
your
I
yeah.
think there's chicory root. I could be confusing it. That could be chicory root. If you want me to look it up, I'll be more than happy.
Yeah, yeah, we
Okay,
can look at
let
that
me see.
later. All
Later,
right.
you want
So
to look it up or now?
no, we can do it later. We'll
Okay,
move
you'll have
on.
to cut that out. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, I don't know the answer to that. I
that's
have to
okay.
go look at it.
That's
But I
fine.
remember seeing chicory root somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know what
No
else,
problem.
Amy, that I think may help you? You might want to try a month of our Prime digestive support.
Mm,
And I'll tell you why. I read a book recently, not recently, within the last year or two, by Dr. Jack Cruz. I'm trying to find my notes here on that, on the book. It's very fascinating. Okay, so Dr. Jack Cruz is a very famous neuroscience. He's the author of many books, but Epic Paleo RX is one of the books that I read, and I read it like a textbook. And he explained a lot to me in that book. He explained about the modern processed foods, how they are loaded with refined fats, proteins, and starches, and they're digested way too early, often before they ever reach the colon. And that means that today's diets rarely nourish the full digestive tract the way the ancestral diets once did. And over time, what that does is it creates, and he states this in his book, I'm almost stating it verbatim. Over time, that creates a simplified gut flora that weakens the intestinal barriers and disrupts gut brain signaling, all of which can affect the metabolism and cravings and energy and even the skin. Dr. Krauss points out that the loss of microbiome biodiversity may help explain the dramatic rise in colon and metabolic disorders over the last century. That chapter was really very fascinating. And then there is a study about short chain fatty acids and skin health. That's another thing that is very exciting.
hmm. That's interesting. I'll have to look into
Yes,
that book. And we can put the link or the name of the book. Um,
yes, I'll send that to you.
yeah, we can put that in this episode. So, how soon do people typically notice changes, and what realistic timeline for improved skin and overall being when they introduce these products, the Nutrometrics?
So some people can feel immediate results. As far as skin, I would say that you can feel or see, I would say 30 days. You should be able to see something 30, 60 days. You know, it just depends on the person. I mean, we had a young girl that had cystic acne all over her face and neck. And within 30 days, she saw a huge difference, huge difference.
What was she taking?
Oh, she was on again that protocol. So the digestive enzymes, the probiotics, and the aloe vera. That's what we started her on. And within 30 days, that started to just regulate her. We just kept her really on that protocol, and we actually worked with her diet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what would you say then? What 2 to 3 diet changes most improve gut skin outcomes along with using the supplements?
So I think I can't say that I think there's one thing
Okay.
that is a dietary change. I think one of the most important things is getting away from fast, overprocessed food, like Dr. Jack Cruz spoke about in his book. I think that is super important. um, and really being aware of healthy oils. They are stay away from those seed oils. I mean, the only oils that I use in my home are high quality, single sourced from one region olive oil. I use organic coconut oil and organic avocado oil. Those are the only oils that I use in my house, period. And I use good butter. Butter you get butyrate from. That's another thing that is in that Dr. Cruz talks about. And that's in our advanced gut, prime advanced gut support. Is there's butyrate and core biome in there, which is a trademarked ingredient. I wouldn't suggest starting everything all at once. A great starting point is the digestive enzymes, the aloe vera, and a probiotic. See how you feel after 30 days. Those things may take care of a multitude of things. If you still feel you need an extra little bump, then bring in the advanced gut. If you're older and you know you've had a lifetime of poor eating and a long history of gut issues, maybe start with the advanced gut support and the digestive enzymes.
Okay.
Again, your body will tell you. That's the main thing to monitor. But getting back to the food, getting back to a whole food diet, there are plenty of recipes that are out there that are absolutely delicious that will replace that sweet tooth. I had a very, very big sweet tooth, and now I use a lot of dates in my cooking. I got rid of many, many, many things that when I walk into the supermarket, 90% of what you see are, in my opinion, I think it's poisonous. There's ingredients in there that are just really not doing anybody any good. I eat a lot of just fresh fruit, eggs, whole fruit, not whole fruit bread, whole wheat breads like Ezekiel bread. I love. If I'm going to have a bread, I have Ezekiel bread. What else do I eat? Blueberries, lots of berries, lots and lots of berries. Meats, grass-fed meats. I've gotten rid of hot dogs as much as everybody loves a good hot dog.
Right.
I try to keep 90% of that out of my daily life and daily eating patterns. And
It's
your
really
body
hard
will
to do.
feel it. Yeah,
Yeah.
your body will feel it.
Yeah, it's so hard to do that in today's, when I was younger, it was easier to eat healthy. Now it seems like it's everywhere. The processed food, the frozen food, those places to do drive through and pick up something quick because we're so busy in life. It's really
And that's probably the
disciplining.
worst part of it is that balancing when you're working, because I know for myself and Rick, when we were working, we were out of the office at 8 o'clock at night. And it was difficult. And we didn't make our mark with healthy eating. Now that we're retired, we spend more time delving into labels. But we taught this program in the office. There's and we can put the link also for the clientele to check out the Go Trim program that you have.
Oh, right.
And that's a self-guided. You can do it at your own pace. It's got great recipes there. Great information, little videos that are educational. So I highly recommend that as well.
Okay, great. So, what are 3 simple actions listeners can start this week to support gut and skin health? Now, you mentioned it kind of earlier, but if you could just bullet point it to make it simple and easy.
Yes. Okay. So one is just becoming aware of what you're eating. I think that's probably the main thing is knowing a demanding change, knowing that you need to make a change or you want to make a change because what you do now is going to affect your future. So start with just knowing that you should make a change. Read labels, look things up. Start looking in your closet and see what your pantries hold. Look at those foods. Start on a good protocol. If you have digestive issues, if you have no digestive issues, and you're looking for a great skin product, we have our Beauty Blend, which is a beautiful a beautiful product. We have skin support products. Our Oxygen Extreme is one product that's got many things in there that support your skin. If you feel as if you've got gut, sometimes people have gut issues, they don't even realize they have gut issues.
Mm-hmm.
They just have lived with it for so long. So probably the best thing, I know I'm not giving you a straight answer here, but probably the best thing to do is, give us a call and we can help you sort through what you think is your issue and what might be a solution for you. We're not medical doctors, so we wouldn't be treating you as such, but we do have a lot of information about the ingredients and the products and what can be substantiated in
Mm-hmm.
as far as what those products can do and what we've seen it do for others.
So, how do you help clients actually stick to a supplement protocol?
Let's see, how do we have, you just have to make it a habit like everything else. And if
But
something is not
how do
working,
you? But how do you help clients stick with it?
how do I help them? So I
Yeah.
ask them, how are you doing on your program?
Okay. Follow
And
up
if
and accountability.
accountability. So I ask them, how are they doing? How are they feeling? I think sometimes when you do certain actions that make you feel better, you just kind of want to stick to that program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if it's not working for you, let's change it up. Let's figure out why it's not working for you.
Can you share a client story where gut support and Nutrometrics made a clear difference for them?
Yeah, well, two is what I told you was that 13-year-old girl. And then
Yeah.
a dear friend of mine who is my age, who's had like a lot of gut issues. And she was on many diets. She was on many products from other companies. And we started her on the protocol. And then we added in the prime advanced digestive support. And those things made all the change. So she did the digestive enzymes in the morning, the aloe vera juice, and then the probiotics and the advanced digestive. Those products alone, she's just ordering them month after month because they are actually correcting that issue. And keep in mind that advanced digestive support that will help mitigate, in my opinion, it helps mitigate all those years of eating that fast food because that product addresses the short chain fatty acids that fast foods do not allow um, to come into play in our digestive process. So it's
Mhm.
very, very important to get that back on track and to
Okay.
have that and to have the foods, whole foods, that actually are going to go through the full digestive process.
Now, you mentioned quite a few products there that she was taking. Is there a way to be able to put it into a custom blend?
That, no,
Okay.
not those particular products. With
Okay.
supplementation, yes, you can do a custom blend for, say, a multivitamin, extra B, OPC, that's our super broad spectrum antioxidant, which is in our beauty blend.
Okay.
Um, so no, not that particular one because the aloe is separate. The aloe is aloe vera juice.
Mm.
The digestive enzymes are digestive enzymes, and then the third part of that is the um, uh, sorry, the di sorry.
The gastro
No, so it's
digest.
digestive enzymes, it's the aloe vera juice and the probiotics
Oh, probiotics.
and
Yes.
the probiotics. So those are
Okay.
pill form. So
Okay.
not everything. So the company has um, over 30 isotonic capable formulas. And not every company will make an isotonic capable formula. One, it's costly. Two, it's expensive. But there's a huge difference in taking a multivitamin in an isotonic capable form because it is formulated for super bioavailable. Where a pill form supplement has a lot of binders and fillers, takes almost 40 minutes to break down. You can
Mm.
talk, and you're a nurse yourself. I don't know if you ever worked in a hospital setting, but nurses call them bedpan bullets because they go in one end and you're seeing them come out the other end in the bedpan.
I've seen quite a few things come out. Yes.
So
That were not typical.
exactly, exactly. So um, So with an isotonic capable supplement, you're going to get maximum bioavailability in a short amount of time. Cuts right to the chase. You take it on an empty stomach, and the way it's designed is little by little it goes into the blood, into the stomach, and then broken down very, very quickly and into the bloodstream for transport to the cells.
Mm-hmm. Do you offer a quiz or a discovery call to your
All
listeners?
of that. So a discovery call, you can reach me at 973-714-9424. That's my cell. You can text me, let me know that you've watched some segment of this program. I will be happy to call you back. And so we can just have a discovery meeting. I can send you a few links where you can fill out. One is a long nutraphysical that goes over a lot of different things, gives us a lot of data, or something very short.
Okay. All right, great. So, what progress markers then do you track at 30, 60, and 90 days? I know you talked about that. Usually skin health, you see a difference in like 30 to 60 days. What markers do you track?
When you say markers, what do you mean by
So,
markers?
so say someone has acne, adult acne. I know, of course, you can tell if their skin is clearing up, but are there other things that you look for that
Uh,
the products are working or not
well,
working?
I think just basically how the person feels.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's subjective how the person is actually feeling, but you can sometimes you can see it right on their face. I mean, I've been on the products for over 17 years. So I feel like I have a great immune system. I feel like I'm aging fairly
Mhm.
well. So those are long-term markers,
Mhm.
and again, supplementation and a good lifestyle is not something that you're going to all of a sudden change a very poor lifestyle and in 2 months everything's turned around.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, sometimes it takes months. Oh, what happened to us?
You're still on.
Oh, I am? Okay, we lost.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes it can take months for a person to feel the changes in their gut.
Mhm.
Many times people will feel it right away. So again, it's very, very individual.
Mhm.
And it's very, very subjective. As far as good health takes some thought process. It takes working on it. And do I always make my mark? No. But for the most part, I can honestly say that 90% of the time I'm eating healthy and I'm just getting better and better and better at it. I
Mhm.
am really just eliminating the small little areas that I felt were not really okay.
Mhm. Okay, so I want to make sure the listeners can get a hold of you. I know you mentioned your phone number. I will put it in the transcript. And any other way of getting in touch with you besides text and calling?
You have my email. So my
Okay.
email is my name. So it's Jane, spelled the simple way, Janea Santangelo 2 at Gmail.
Okay.
And just put in the subject bar, podcast. I saw the podcast. So
Okay.
that will let me know that a person watched the show.
Okay, great. And then my last question, what is your sweetest tip of the day?
My sweetest tip of the day is start.
Okay, start.
Start.
That is one word. That's all you need, right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. I've learned a lot of things that I didn't know. And if anybody else that's listening has questions, be sure to call Jane at the phone number that's listed, and she would be more than happy to work with you and help get you back to normal and gut health and skin back to being normal and healthy. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Dave. Thank you.